Good morning, Apba fans and Apba Hockey fans, and welcome to the second semifinal of the single elimination hockey tournament I've been having going on here. The first semifinal last week, Boston beat St. Louis 4-3 in a thriller, and this week you got the Florida Panthers against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The winner of this one will go on to play Boston next week in the finals. Florida Panthers beat the Islanders in the first week 5-1. And then they come back and beat Pittsburgh 4-2. Tampa Bay knocked off the Rangers 3-2. And then they beat Edmonton 4-1 last week, and that's how they got here. So let's get ready to play some Apba Hockey. Florida Panthers have scored 9 goals in the tournament so far, and they have been led by Bennett has 2, and Strendlin has 2. And then you have Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has scored 7 goals in the tournament so far. And their leading guy has been Palat with 2 goals and a bunch of guys with 1. So let's get ready for the opening face-off here in Tampa Bay in game number 14, the second semifinal of the tournament. If you've been following along, I do appreciate it. If you've been following along in the tournament, I do appreciate it. If you're first time here, going to watch your first hockey game, that is awesome too. It's been kind of a work in progress as I work my way through here. When I started this, I didn't know how easy it would be to put a full hockey game on here. And as always, everything kind of evolves. So we got Florida coming out here. We got Reinhardt at center ice. He's a 2. Stamkos is a 4. And we're almost ready to start the hockey game. So face off center ice, Tampa Bay's a +2. +2, we got a 6 on the +2. We got advantage. Left wing. We got Killhorn. And we are underway. Here comes Tampa Bay Killhorn. 36 is a 33. He might be taking a penalty right away. Go to the burger chart for the penalties. Shake the dice. 35. We have a minor penalty by Killhorn in the first 30 seconds of the hockey game. And let's get ready for the power play. So we got Florida going on the power play right away. And they're going to leave their number 1 forwards and number 1 defenseman out there. Tampa Bay's going to take Killhorn out, be anyone to the penalty box. And let's play some power play hockey. We got a +2 for Stamkos. 7 on the +2. Advantage center, Stamkos. Short-handed team. 24 is a 9. That'll be taken away by the right defenseman, Ekblad. Power play, Florida. 45 is a 26. No left wing in there, so Ekblad still has the puck. 54 is a 32 on the man advantage. They got a physical of 16. They will not have that. So he is going to pass the puck to Sam Reinhardt. So Reinhardt has the puck on the power play. 25 is a 1. He skates right in and gets a shot. The 35 goes up to a 36, 41, 42. Reinhardt shooting to 42. Reinhardt puts the power play shot on the net. Vasilevsky, 23, is a 6. He holds it for a face-off. So 30 seconds into the power play. Florida already putting big pressure on. Stamkos, +2. 7 on the +2. Advantage center. Stamkos, here comes the short-handed team. 64. 64 is a 5. That'll be a neutral zone face-off. We are halfway through the power play opportunity for Florida. We got a 3 on the +2. Disadvantage right defenseman Ekblad going to start to play for Florida. Power play team. 13's a 22 taken away by the centerman. Stamkos. 30 seconds left in the power play. Here comes a short-handed team. Here comes Steven Stamkos. 42's a 5. Short-handed. Going to be a neutral zone face-off. And that is it for the power play. Let's get ready to play some 5-on-5 hockey. We got line changes. We got the number 2 lines coming out. So we got the Markov line, Barkov for Florida, And the Braden Points out here with the Tampa Bay #2 line. Face off, center ice. Barkov's a 5, Points a 3, +2 for Florida. 5 on the +2, disadvantage right wing, Tyler Johnson. 5-on-5 hockey, Tyler Johnson. 52's a 27. That'll be taken away by the centerman, Barkov. And we are 3 minutes into this game. Scoreless. Here comes Barkov. 25's a 1. He's going to skate in and get a shot. He has a shot range of 22. Fires the puck out of the range. Second shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 64's a 5. Gets it to Tyler Johnson. And Tampa Bay on the attack. Tyler Johnson. 66 is a 1. He skates right in. Shot range of 22. Lets it fly. It's a 34. It is out of the shot range. Bobrovsky, 24. There's a 19. He is going to give it up to the opposing left defenseman. Hedman has the puck. Tampa Bay trying to work it around. Here comes Victor Hedman with the puck. 42. 42's a 7. That's a possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red dice. 4. So Florida does get the block shot for a defensive zone face-off. We're just 4.5 minutes in, and we're going to make a line change. We got the #3 lines coming out. I switch my lines about every 2.5 minutes. And defensemen, I switch them out about every 5 minutes. This kind of depends the flow of the game and where the possible face-offs are. And I will do the dump and chases too at times. So we got the face-off down to Florida's end. Strenlin's a 3. Battle of the 3s here. Cirelli and Strenlin, they're both 3s. So we got a 7. We got the home centerman with it. Cirelli in the offensive zone. 61, 28. Offense wins. Okposo. Here comes Florida. Kyle Okposo. 61, 28. Goes back to Blake Coleman. And now we have Tampa Bay coming the other way. Blake Coleman, 35 is a 2. He is going to get a shot. He has a shot range of 21. Blake Coleman, shot range of 21. Coleman puts it on with a 14. Bobrovsky, 21, is a 6. Oh, what a save. He holds it for a face-off down in Florida's end. Both goalies here early had made some incredible saves. We got the even face-off, even 10, home right wing. Coleman in the offensive zone. Here comes Coleman, 36, 34. Coleman is going to the penalty box. Straight up 36, 34, and this will be the second power play for Florida. So out comes the #1 power play unit for Florida with Reinhart, Tarasenko, and Verhaeghe. And Sam Bennett's going to be playing the point. Tampa Bay is taking their right wing out. We have a +1 for Tampa Bay in the face-off. 4 on the +1. Disadvantage left defenseman. Bennett playing the point. Has the puck. 21's a 31. 31, do they got a physical at 12? 3, 6. Oh, they do have a physical at 12. Taken away by the left wing. Gordy has the puck. That eats up 30 seconds of the power play. And here comes a shorthanded team. Gordy, 12's a 25. Back to Ekblad. Florida, power play. Ekblad, 15 is a 3 on the power play. He skates right in and gets a shot. This 13 gets adjusted up to a 16. Fires the puck. 16 out of the range. 4th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 24 is a 19. He cannot corral the puck, and it goes to the left defenseman, Bennett. Eats up another 30 seconds off the power play. We're halfway through the power play. Florida working it around. Here comes Bennett. 56 is a 35. 35 is going to drop to a 34, and Bennett is going to the penalty box. And we're going to have a little bit of 4-on-4 hockey for 30 seconds. And then Tampa Bay will go on their first power play. So we got 30 seconds of 4-on-4 action, and we got Lundell line out there against the Stamkos line. Face off, 7. Stamkos, it's an even. Home centerman, 4-on-4 action. Stamkos, 65, 29, 4-on-4. Interception and shot on goal, left defenseman. Shot range is high enough, it's a 13. Larson with a 15. Fires the puck. He puts it right on. He's on the range. 15 is on. Vasilevsky, 53, 6. He holds it for a face-off. Another huge save by Vasilevsky as they keep challenging him. And that is it for the 4-on-4. Now we have 90 seconds left on power play hockey. So we got the number 1 power play team out there for Tampa Bay with Stamkos, with Killorn and Kucherov, and the number 2 forward line. So we got a 4 versus a 4. We got an even 8. Disadvantage left, no, even 4. Visiting center, Lundell. Shorthanded, 45, 26. Taken away by the left wing. And here comes the power play team. Tampa Bay, Killorn, power play. 46 is a 41. 41 on the power play. 2 through 9, we're going to have a neutral zone face-off. Dice rolls a 6. Face-off, center ice, halfway through. This Florida power play. Halfway through the Tampa Bay power play. Can't get my Florida team straight. 5. We got the home left wing. We got Killorn. And here comes Tampa Bay. Man advantage. 35 is a 4. It's a tip-in. Possible tip-in. 4 is going to be the second highest. Gets a 6. So the second highest on the tipper will be 1, 2 will be Sergachev. 6-6 on the tip-in. 6-6. Going to add 2 to his thing, so 15. You're going to bump up 4 altogether. So 15 goes 16, 21, 22, 23. Here's the tip in. Sergachev out of the range. That is the second shot on goal. Bobrovsky, 22, saves it to the right defenseman. Here comes Mikolo. We're down to the last 30 seconds. Here comes the shorthanded team. Mikolo, 54 is a 32. Man disadvantage. They got a physical of 12, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They do not. So Mikoloff is going to pass it to Lundell. Shorthanded, 23 is a 5. Neutral zone face-off. And we are halfway through the first period, getting ready to play some 5-on-5 hockey. So we got the number 1 lines coming out, the forward lines coming back out. We got the Stamkos line for Tampa Bay. We got the Reinhart for Florida. And then we have the number 3 defense pairings. And we got a face-off center ice. We go back to the +2 for Tampa Bay. Stamkos, 10 on the +2. Disadvantage left wing. Here comes Verhaeghe in Florida. Game is still scoreless. 56-34. Now Verhaeghe's going to the penalty box. Constant stream to the penalty box for these teams. As Tampa Bay will be coming out on the power play. So Tampa Bay coming out on their second power play opportunity with the number 1 power play unit. And we got Hedman and Sergachev. They're going to play the defenseman on here. And we have a +2 for Stamkos. +2. Snake Eyes. 6 on the +2. Visiting. Face-off. Guy is kicked out. So Reinhardt's kicked out of the box. Stamkos is a +4. 4 on the +4. Disadvantage right wing. They win the face-off anyways. And here comes the shorthanded team in Tereshchenko. Shorthanded. 62 is a 8. Man disadvantage. Neutral zone face-off. They eat up 30 seconds of the Tampa Bay power play. +2 for Stamkos, 5 on the +2. Disadvantage right wing. Here comes Tarasenko. Florida shorthanded. 32's a 26. Left wing, Killorn has it. Tampa Bay on the attack. Killorn, 16's a 28. Goes back to Tarasenko. Eats up another 30 seconds of the power play. Here comes the shorthanded team. Vladimir Tarasenko. 36 is a 33. Man disadvantage. Taken away by the left wing. Killorn. Power play. 62 is an 8. On a power play, they got a forecheck of 10. 2, they do not have a forecheck of 10. We got to see if they can clear it. They have a clearing of 6. Dice rolls a 6. They clear the puck out of the zone. Eats up another 30 seconds. We got 30 seconds left in the power play. Stamkos +2. 8 +2. Advantage right defenseman. Here comes the power play team. Mikhail Sergachev on the power play. 33's a 1. He skates in. 15 +2. 16, 21. Shot range of 21. That's a fly out of the range. Third shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 21, is a 6. He holds it for a face-off down in Florida's end. And we got some new skaters coming out as the power play comes to an end. So we got the number 2 forward lines. Barkov's a 5. Points a 3. So +2 on the face-off for Florida. 4 on the +2. Advantage left defenseman. Here they come out of the defensive zone. Kulikov. 24 is a 27. Interception. Shot on goal. Centerman. Braden Point has a shot on goal. Shot range of 26. Lets it fly. It's a 21. Point puts it on. Bobrovsky. 65. 35. He cannot make the save. And Tampa Bay, with about 7.5 minutes left in the first period, take the 1-0 lead as Point beats Bobrovsky. So we got face-off, center ice at 12 minutes and 6 seconds of the first period. Braden Point scores his first goal of the tournament with the assist by Palat. So now we got the face-offs. Center ice, number 2 lines are still out there. So +2 for Barkov on the face-off. 10 +2, disadvantage left wing. And here comes Palat and Tampa Bay with the lead and the puck. Palat, 66 is a 1. Palat skates in. He gets a shot. Shot range of 23. Palat fires the puck. It's a 34. That one is out of the range. Bobrovsky, Snake Eyes, gets it to the left defenseman Kulikov. As we have 7 minutes left here in the first period. Florida trailing by 1. Here comes Kulikov, 26-24. Tampa Bay, McDonald bringing it back the other way. 6.5 minutes left. McDonald, 14-30. We have an icing. So we got a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. +2 for Barkov. 10 +2. Disadvantage left wing. Palat trying to bring it out of the defensive end. 13 is a 7. Neutral zone face-off. And at this point in time, we will bring in some new lines here. We'll do a line change. Going to bring out the number 3 lines with the number 1 defense pairings. Number 3s and the number 1s. So we got Cirelli, Gordy, Coleman. We got Strenlin, Okposo, and Lusterin. The face-off, center ice. Cirelli's a 3. Strenlin's a 3. We got an even 7. Home centerman, Cirelli with the puck. Tampa Bay with the lead. Cirelli, 61. 61's a 28. Okposo bringing it back the other way for Florida. 5 minutes left in the first period. Tampa Bay leading 1-0. Okposo, 36 is a 33. Possible penalty. Go to the burger chart. Dice rolls a 34. It is a minor penalty for Okposo, and we have our 5th penalty of the first period. And Tampa Bay is going on their 3rd power play. What a penalty-filled first period of hockey here. Tampa Bay bringing a point, Palat and Johnson on the power play with Hedman and Shattenkirk. Face-off, center ice. Even on the face-off, an even 9. Visiting left wing. Here comes the shorthanded team. Lusterinen, shorthanded. 22's a 1. He skates right in and gets a shot. Shot range of 21. Trying for the shorthanded goal. Lusterin puts it on with a 14. Vasilevsky, 63. 38. Possible goal. 38. It is a goal. Wow. Shorthanded goal for Florida. Lusterin skates right down and beats Vasilevsky. And this game is tied up at 1. Wow. So at 15:46 of the first period, Florida, Lusterinen scores his second goal of the tournament. Actually, both of his goals in the tournament have been shorthanded goals. So he has number 2, Forsling with his 5th assist. Strendlin gets an assist. And we are tied up 1-1 here with a little over 4 minutes left in the first period. And the same lines are staying out there. Tampa Bay with the number 2 lines. We got 30 seconds into the power play here. We have a face-off. 7 on the even 3. The home centerman, Point, on the attack. Tampa Bay on the power play. 55. 55 is a 1. Point skates in and gets a shot. 26 goes up to 32. Shot range of 32. Lets it go. That is out of the range. Bobrovsky, the goalie, Florida. 21 is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off. We are halfway through the power play here. Even 8. Visiting centerman. Here comes a shorthanded team. Kevin Strendlin, shorthanded. 41's a 24. Goes back to Victor Hedman. Power play team, Tampa Bay, Hedman. 44 is a 1. He skates in. 15 goes up to a 21. Chance fires the puck. 21. It is out of the range with a 45. 7th shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Sergei, 36. 33 on the save. Shot on goal. Opposing right defenseman Shattenkirk, frequencies of 15, so he gets the shot. 14 goes up to 16 on the range. Lets it go. 8th shot on goal. Out of the range. Bobrovsky, 45 is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off. We have 3 minutes left here in the first period. 30 seconds left on the power play. Even 4. Home right defenseman. Shattenkirk on the power play attack. Here comes Shattenkirk. 22's a 1. He's going to get a shot. 14 gets bumped up to 16. Shattenkirk lets it fly. 46. Tampa Bay putting some pressure on. 53 is a 5. They're going to hold it for a face-off down in Florida's end as they do not have a right wing in there. We got 2.5 minutes left in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game. Back to some 5-on-5 action face-off in Florida's end. +2 for Tampa Bay on the face-off. 10 on the +2. Disadvantage left wing. Verhaeghe bringing it over the defensive end. Here comes Verhaeghe. 66 is a 1. He brings it all the way down. He's going to get a shot. Shot range of 23. Verhaeghe fires it out of the range. That is the 7th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 41, is a 6. You're going to hold it for a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. 2 minutes left in the period. Tampa Bay +2 on the face-off, 5 on the +2. Disadvantage right wing, offensive zone win for Tarasenko. 52's a 27. Back to Stamkos. They cannot get a shot on goal, and here comes Tampa Bay Stamkos. 44 is a 1. He skates down, gets a shot. He has a shot range of 34. Lets it fly. 43 out of the range. 10th shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 26 is a 20. That is going to work around the opposing right defenseman. Cernak. Minute left in the period. Tampa Bay Cernak. 56-34. He's going to the penalty box. What a penalty-filled first period of hockey, as we got Florida going to the power play with 30 seconds left in the period. Florida with the #1 forward and the #1 defense lines out there. Tampa Bay's taking their right wing out. And we have a face-off. Center ice. Stamkos is a +2. 8 on the +2. Advantage right defenseman. Here comes the shorthanded team. Shattenkirk. 13's 22. Reinhart on the power play. Here comes Florida. Reinhart. 12's a 25. Taken away by the right defenseman. And that is the end of the first period of hockey here. Penalty-filled first period, as we're going to break 1-1. So first period recap, it is 1-1 as points scored for Tampa Bay to give them a 1-0 lead, and then Florida late in the period, Lusterinen scored the goal, the shorthanded goal, to tie this game up at 1. Penalty-filled first period. Each team has had 3 penalties. Tampa Bay, 10 shots on goal. 2 of them were awesome scoring opportunities, and Bobrovsky stopped one of them. And then on the other way, Florida, 7 shots on goal, 3 scoring opportunities, and Vasilevsky come up big twice. So let's get ready. The Zamboni's almost done for the second period of hockey. Teams are out. Florida still is on the power play for 90 more seconds. 1.5 more minutes to on the power play. Tampa Bay's the +2 on the face-off. 12 on the +2. Disadvantage left defenseman. Forsling on the power play for Florida. 24's a 9. Forsling gets a shot. Shot range of 14 goes up to a 21. Forsling fires the puck out of the range. 8th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 62. There's a 5. They don't have a right wing in there, so it's going to be a face-off. We are halfway through the power play. We have a +2 for Stamkos. 6 on the +2. Advantage left wing. Here comes a shorthanded team. Killhorn, shorthanded. 16's a 28. Back to the power play team. Tarasenko. 12's a 25. Taken away by Shattenkirk, the right defenseman. As we have 30 seconds left in the power play for Florida. Here comes the shorthanded team. 63. 63's a 25. Taken away by the right defenseman, Ekblad. Florida, slash charge on the power play. Ekblad, 43's a 29. Taken away by Hedman. Power play is over. Let's play some 5-on-5 hockey. As here comes Victor Hedman. Tampa Bay, 32-26. Taken away by the left wing, Verhaeghe. Florida, Verhaeghe on the attack. 13 is a 4. 4 drops to a 6 with the ODAI. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. To block it, red dice. It's a 6. He cannot block it. Verhaeghe shooting through 23. Lets it fly. Verhaeghe puts it on the goalie. Vasilevsky. 51-3. Saves it to the centerman. Stones him. And we're coming back the other way. Actually, we're going to do a change on the fly. Red dice is a 3. Goes down to Tarasenko. We got the number 2 forward lines coming out. As we got Braden Point. Change on the fly the other way. Red dice is a 3. Goes to Johnson. We're going to be playing some 5-on-5 hockey here, hopefully for a little bit, as the first period was really penalty filled. Here comes Tyler Johnson. Tampa Bay, 41-24. Left defenseman. Forsling. 3 minutes into the second period. 1-1 hockey game. Gustav Forsling, 31, is a 6. 6 drops to a 7. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 shots for the block. Red dice. It is a 6. They cannot block it. Forsling. Shot range of 14. Out of the range. 10th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 63 is a 38. He's in the holder for a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. Barkov, 5.3, +2 for Florida. 9 on the +2. Disadvantage center. Here comes the short, trying to bring it out of the defensive end. Point, 56, 13, out of the defensive end. Passer assist. Red dice, going to pass it to the second, to the number 2, 30, number 2 frequency, which would be Johnson. Shot range assist 35. It is a 36. So Tyler Johnson has the puck. Here comes Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson. Snake Eyes is a 1. He skates in and gets a shot. Shot range of 22. Lets it fly. It's 63. Out of the range. First shot on goal this period for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 64 is a 5. Gets it to Mac to Chuck. 4 minutes into the period. Here comes Florida. Matthew Tkachuk. 44 is a 1. He skates in and gets a shot. Shot range is 16. Tkachuk shoots the puck. 16. It's a 46. It's out of the range. 11th shot on goal for Florida. 55. Gets it to the right defenseman, Shattenkirk. And we're Tampa Bay. Shattenkirk. 55 is a 2. He skates down and gets a shot. Wow, shot range of 14. That's a fly. It's a 61. Out of the range. 12th shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 12 is a 25. They got to try and clear it. They have a clearing of 9. They do clear the puck. We're going to bring out the number 3 with the timeout here with the face-off. We got the number 3 lines coming out with the number 2 defense pairings. So I switch my lines about every 2.5 minutes. So the 3s and the 2s. Face-off down in Florida's end. Cirelli's a 3. Strenlin's a 3. Even face-off. Even 10. Home right wing. Offensive zone win for Blake Coleman. Blake Coleman, 55 is a 1. He skates right in and gets a shot. Shot range of 21. Coleman lets it fly. It's a 51. 13th shot on goal. Out of the range. Bobrovsky, 44. Gets it to Nico Mikola. And here comes Florida. Nicola, 55 is a 5. 5 stays a 5. Anybody have a 55 on the assist? I don't think so. So we're going to have a neutral zone face-off. 14 minutes left. First period. Second period. Don't want to go back to the penalty field first period. 7 on the even. Home centerman, Cirelli. Here comes Tampa Bay, Cirelli. 42. 42's a 7. Possible block. 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. Looking at the red dice. Red dice is a 1. Florida gets a block shot for a defensive zone face-off. Second block shot today for Florida. Face-off down in Florida's end. We have an even face-off. 7. Home centerman, Cirelli. Offensive zone win, Cirelli. 22. 22's a 1. He is going to get a shot. Shot range of 24. Fires the puck out of the range. 4th shot on goal of the period. Sergei Bobrovsky, 35 is a 4. Saves it to the left wing. And here comes Luesterin. 12's a 25. Back to the right defenseman. Skates behind the net. We are 7.5 minutes into the period. And out comes the number 4 lines. The number 4 lines, they get 1 shift each period. So they play about 7.5 minutes a game. And here comes Tampa Bay, Cernak. on the attack. 51. 51 is a 5. 5 drops to a 6. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for a block. The red dice, he does not block it. Cernak gets a shot. Shot range of 12. It is out of the range. 15th shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 64 is a 5. Gets it to Rodriguez. And here comes Ivan Rodriguez. 44 is a 1. He skates in and gets a shot. Shot range of 14. Ivan Rodriguez shoots the puck. Out of the range. Vasilevsky. 52 is a 27. They got to try and clear it. They have a clearing of 7. It's a 4. They clear the puck out of the zone, and we're going to have a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. +1 for Florida on the face-off of Lundell. 5 on the +1. Disadvantage right wing for Hagee, trying to bring it out of the defensive end. 26 is a 24. Interception and shot on goal, left defenseman. His shot frequency is high enough, so he will get a shot on goal. Ekman Larson, shot range of 15. 24. 13th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky. Snake Eyes is a 1. Left defenseman. Sergachev. And here comes Tampa Bay. 1-1 hockey game. Reaching the halfway point. 31 is a 6. 6 drops to a 7. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots for the block. Red dice is a 3. Florida blocks it. To the right wing. So Florida gets the block. Here comes the right wing. Rodriguez with the puck. 32-26. Taken away by Patrick Maroon. 10.5 minutes left in the period. Tampa Bay on the attack. 52 is a 27. Goes back to Anton Lundell. And they're going to do a change on the fly. Red dice is a 5. Going to Cernak, and we're going to have a corner battle. Dice rolls a 6, so the centerman's going to go in there. Reinhardt's going to have a corner battle with Cernak as they're fighting around the boards for the puck. Reinhardt is a 8. 9. Cernak battles it out of there, and they're going to do a change on the fly the other way. It's a 5. It's going to be another corner battle coming back the other way. And this time it'll be the wing. As the dice rolls a 4. So the right defenseman, left wing. 7. 9. Montour maintains possession. So we got the number 1 lines and number 3 defense pairings. We're halfway through this hockey game. 1-1. Montour, 63-25. The winner of this game will go on to play Boston in the championship game. Here comes Braden Colburn. 45-26. Back to the left wing for Hagee. 9 minutes left in the period. Carter Verhaeghe. 13 is a 4. 4 drops to a 5. He will get a shot. Shot range of 23. Fires it. It is a 23. Verhaeghe puts it right on. Vasilevsky. 15. What a save. Saves it to the centerman. He stones him again. Verhaeghe coming up with big save after big save. And here comes Stamkos, Tampa Bay, breaking the other way. 24 is a 9. Block shot, left defenseman Kulikov. And here comes Florida. Kulikov, 61's a 28. Goes back to Kucherov. As we got 8 minutes left in the second period. Kucherov on the attack. 52's a 27. Goes back to Reinhardt. We got to get a change on the fly. It's a 5. Another corner battle. All comes the number 2s. Dice roll this time's a 3, so the right defenseman to left wing. 11. 8. Bennett takes it away. Bennett gets it to Tkachuk. Slot battle. To Tkachuk. Slot battle 3. Right wing. 3 on the slot battle. Right wing against a left defenseman. 8. Oh, he's only a 5. He's going to get a shot. Tkachuk's going to shoot through 16. It's out of the range. Goalie, Vasilevsky, 65. 35. Rebound. Second highest guy gets a 3 on the rebound. The second highest will be Tkachuk, 8. 3 on a rebound. Shot on goal, 16. Tkachuk fires the puck out of the range. Could not get a solid shot there. 42 to the left wing. Killhorn. And they got to get their change on the fly. It's a 4. Now comes the number 2 lines. Another corner battle. Left defenseman, right wing going in there. 5. Okay. Kulikov's just going to maintain possession. We got 7 minutes left here in the second period of hockey. It is 1-1. And here comes Florida on the attack. Kulikov, 22's a 3. 3 will drop to a 4. So he will get a shot. Shot range of 11. It is out of the range. 10th shot on goal of the period for Florida. Vasilevsky, 62's a 5. Saves it to the right wing. Tyler Johnson. And here comes Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, 65, 29. Left defenseman. Dmitry Kulikov. 6 minutes left in the second period of hockey. Here comes Kulikov. 23's a 22. Goes back to the centerman. Braden Point. Tampa Bay coming the other way. Here comes Tampa Bay. Snake Eyes is a 1. Point skates right in. He gets a shot to 26. Fires the puck. It's a 12. Braden Point puts it on the goalie. Bobrovsky, 52, 27. Could not make the save. Point scores the second goal of the game. And Tampa Bay, with 5 minutes left in the second period, take a 2-1 lead. So at 14:40 of the second period, Point gets his second goal of the game. And then Palat got the assist, his second assist, and Colburn got an assist. So Tampa Bay leading 2-1. We're bringing the number 3 lines out there. So we got the number 3 lines with the number 1 defense pairings. Let's play some more hockey here. We got a battle of the 3s in the face-off center. 3, home left defenseman. Here comes Hedman. 5-on-5 hockey. Victor Hedman, 16's a 28, taken away by Okposo, Florida. Florida looking to get the game tying goal here. Here comes Okposo, 43's a 29. Back to Hedman, little back and forth. 4 minutes left, second period. Victor Hedman, 14's a 30. It's an icing. So face off down in Tampa Bay's end. Even 3. Home left defenseman. Bringing it out of the defensive end. Victor Hedman, 62. 62 is a 9. Taken away by the right defenseman, Aaron Ekblad, Florida, on the attack. Ekblad, 52 is a 27. Loses the puck. Anthony Cirelli, Tampa Bay, 3 minutes left in the period. Here comes Cirelli, 26 is a 16. 16 drops to a 17. That'll be taken away by the centerman, Strenlund. Strenlund takes the puck. We got to get a change in. Change on the fly. Dice rolls a 3. So we're going to finish this up with the number 2 forward lines. There'll be a total change here, and then we're going to bring up the number 2 defense pairings. So that's the way we will finish up the second period of hockey, unless we end up with a penalty. We got a change on the fly coming the other way. Dice rolls a 2. They're going to do the same thing. The 2s. And the 2s. So we got 2.5 minutes left here. Here comes Barkov, Florida. Barkov, 25. 25's a 1. He skates right in. Shot range of 22. Barkov fires the puck. It is a 22. He puts it on the goalie. Vasilevsky. 25 is a 3. Another big save by Vasilevsky. Big save after big save. Third one of the period. 2 minutes left here. Here comes Braden Point. 42. 42's a 6. 6 drops to a 7. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. Red dice is a 2. Florida blocks it to the left wing. 4th block shot for Florida in the period. And here comes Sammy Bennett, left wing. 64 is a 4. Drops to a 5. It will be a neutral zone face-off. 90 seconds left. Second period. Barkov's a +2. 8 on the +2. Advantage right defenseman. Nikola bringing the puck down. 54 is a 32. So they got physical of 14, 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. They do not. They're going to pass the puck to Barkov. And here comes Barkov with the puck. 56 is a 4. 4 is in a drop. 56 is a 4. He is going to get a 4 drops to a 5. This will be a neutral zone face-off. As we got 1 minute left here in the second period. Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Face-off. 3 on the +2 for Barkov. Disadvantage right defenseman. Cernak. Tampa Bay with the puck. Here comes Cernak. 26, 24. Back to Ekman-Larsson. 30 seconds left in the period. Ekman-Larsson. 51 is a 5. 5 drops to a 6. Possible block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots for the block. Red dice is a 1. Block shot, Tampa Bay. Blocks it to the right defenseman. Tampa Bay. One last dash down the ice here. Cernak. 46, 41. Possible bench minors. Florida's a 0. Tampa Bay's a 23. Bench minor. No bench minor. That'll be the end of the period. Neutral zone face-off. So at the end of 2 periods of hockey here, Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Recap of the second period of action. Tampa Bay did get the goal by point. It was the second goal so far in the tournament. They have the 2-1 lead. And Tampa Bay had 6 shots on goal in the period. One of them was in the shot range, and Bobrovsky could not stop that one. The other way, we had Florida with 11 shots on goal. They had 3 great scoring opportunities, and Vasilevsky stopped all 3 of them. So far, Florida actually has 6 scoring opportunities, and Tampa Bay has 3, but the lead is actually 2-1 Tampa Bay the other way. And so far, 18 shots on goal for Florida, 16 shots on goal for Tampa Bay. At this point, I'll ask you if you've been enjoying the hockey here, any of the World Series I've done. I got some other things going on. I've done some horse racing, some basic baseball. If you've been following along at all, haven't subscribed yet, if you could take a moment and subscribe. Any likes, any comments, if your team's winning the hockey tournament, if you're frustrated your team lost, any likes, comments, anything you have for me, I do appreciate. So let's get ready for the third period of some exciting hockey with Tampa Bay leading 2-1. Players are back out on the ice. The number 1 forwards and the number 1 defensemen are out there. So we got the +2 for Stamkos on the face-off. 9 on the +2. Disadvantage center. And here comes Reinhart in Florida. On the attack, 51. 51 is a 2. 2 is in a drop to a 4. They are going to get a shot. Reinhart shooting to the 35. Fires the puck out of the range. 19th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 25 is a 3. Gets it to the centerman, Stamkos. And here comes the Lightning, Steven Stamkos. 55 is a 1. He skates in and gets a shot. Stamkos with a shot range of 34. Lets it fly. It says 12. Stamkos puts it on the goalie. Bobrovsky. 66 saves it to the left defenseman, Forsling. He finally comes up big. And that one was needed. 19 minutes left. The winner goes on to play Boston in the championship game. Here comes Florida. Forsling, 23s of 22. Bounced off the puck. Stamkos on the attack again for Tampa Bay. Here comes 41. 41's a 15. 15's going to drop to a 17. ODIA. That'll be taken away by Reinhart. And here comes Florida. Reinhart, 36, 33. Possible penalty. Dice rolls a 41. Check for misconducts. He's an 11. Reinhart gets a misconduct. So with the Snake Eyes, Reinhart has a misconduct of 11. He is ejected out of the game. He takes the misconduct. He is kicked out. So we'll see how that plays out here. There will not be a power play here. So we are bringing out the number 2 lines. We got the Barkov line versus Braden Point line. We got a face-off, center ice. Tampa Bay leading 2-1. We'll see how that plays out as the game goes on. Barkov to +2 for Florida. 10 on the +2. Disadvantage left wing. Palat. And here comes Tampa Bay with the lead. And the puck. 21 is a 31. Do they got 10? They do. Taken away by the left defenseman, Gustav Forsling. 3 minutes into the third period. Florida trailing by 1. Forsling, 33's a 1. He skates in. A shot range of 14. It's a 15. It is out of the range. Goalie, Vasilevsky, he's been huge today. 23's a 6. He's going to hold this one for a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. So we got 16 and a half minutes left in this hockey game. Barkov, +2 in the offensive zone. 4 on the +2. Advantage left defenseman. Offensive zone win, Forsling. 36, 33 in the offensive zone. Possible penalty. 55. We're going to have a neutral zone face-off. Barkov, +2. 5 on the +2. Disadvantage right wing. Tyler Johnson, Tampa Bay. Coming down the ice. 33's a 1. He skates in. He gets a shot through 22. Johnson shoots the puck through 22. It's a 16. Tyler Johnson puts it on Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky, 44, saves it to the right defenseman. He comes up big again. 2 big saves here in the third period for Bobrovsky. And here comes the right defenseman, Ekblad, charging down the ice. 34 is a 31. Taken away by the left defenseman, Hedman. And we got to get a change on the fly. These guys are getting tired. It's a 5. We're going to have a corner battle. We got everybody swapping out. We got the number 3s and the number 2s coming out. Second dice rolls a 4, so the right defenseman, left wing going to battle him in the corner. Left wing's a 12. It's an 11. Gordy takes it away. Gets it over to Coleman for a slot battle. Right wing. Slot battle against the 3. Right wing 3. Left defenseman 9. Left defenseman's a 6. No, he's an 8. So Coleman going to get the shot. Shot range of 21. Out of the range. Third shot on goal of the period for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 12's at 25. They got to try and clear the puck. They got a clearing of 9. They do clear the puck. We got a face-off down in Florida's end. And they're bringing out their number 3 lines. Going to match up the 3s and the 2s against the 3s and the 2s. So we got the face-off down there in Florida's end. Even 8. Visiting center, trying to bring it out of the defensive end. Stredlin, 64, 23. Interception and shot on goal. Right wing, Coleman shooting through 21. Coleman fires the puck. 43. Out of the range. Bobrovsky, 42, left wing. Louis Stern. And here comes Florida. 65, 29, taken away by the left defenseman, Mikhail Sergachev. Here comes Tampa Bay with the lead and the puck. Sergachev, 33's a 1. He skates right in. Gets a 1. It's a shot range of 15. Lets it go. It's a 14. Sergachev puts it on. Bobrovsky, 15's a 3. Saves it to the centerman. Coming up big for the third time of the period, as he's single-handedly trying to keep this team in the game. And here comes Florida. Strenglin on the attack. 66 is a 1. Skates in and shot range of 23. Out of the range. Third shot on goal. 21 of the game. Vasilevsky. 61 is a 22 on the save. Opposing left wing has it. Lou Stern has the puck. Florida. 42 is a 7. Possible block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They block the shot for a defensive zone face-off. And we got some line changes. We got the number 4 lines coming out. So we got the Lundell line coming out. Number 4 lines will be Goodrow line. So 4s against the 4s and the 2s against the 2 defense pairings. We got a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. Goodrow's a 3, Lundell's a 4. So +1, 10, +1. Disadvantage center. Goodrow out of the defensive end. Here comes Goodrow. 61 is a 28 out of it's going to be an interception, a shot on goal, right wing. Rodriguez shoots to 14. It is a 12. Rodriguez puts it on the goalie. Vasilevsky, 53, holds it for a defensive zone face-off. Another big save by Vasilevsky. As Rodriguez from point-blank range is stoned. We got a +1 for Florida in the defensive end. 9 on the +1. Advantage center. Offensive zone win for Florida. Lundell, 16, 28, taken away by the right wing. Carter Verhaeghe. We got 11.5 minutes left here. Regulation. Connor Verhaeghe with the puck. 51 is a 3. That will drop to a 4. He will get a shot. Shot range of 25. It is out of the range. 22nd shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 51 is a 3. Saves it to Lundell, the centerman. 11 minutes left. Regulation, 63-25. Goes back to Cernak, the right defenseman. And here comes Tampa Bay. Cernak with the play. 12's at 25. Mikola. And we're going to get a change. On the fly. It's a 5. Goes down here. So what we're going to do here is, looks like Lundell's in a double dip. He's going to come in and he's going to play in Reinhart's spot, as Reinhart was kicked out with a misconduct. So we got the centerman, 8 versus the 9. Cernak has the puck. And they're going to do a change on the fly, as he wins the corner battle. There it goes out there to the 1. So we got the number 1s and the number 3s with 10 minutes left here in the hockey game. Tampa Bay leading 2-1 with the winner going on to the championship game against the Boston Bruins. And here comes Carter Verhaeghe in Florida. 53 is going to be a matchup. Left wing matchup. Left wing matchup 1. No, left wing matchup. We got a 3. Left wing 3. Left wing chips the puck past the opponent, sees the opportunity for a breakaway. Left wing A+S. That is a 9 versus a left and right defenseman. It will be a breakaway, left wing breakaway. Here comes Verhaeghe on the breakaway. So Verhaeghe on the breakaway, we use the penalty shot rules, so his 23 becomes a 33. Here he goes, out of the range. Goalie, Vasilevsky. 13's a 5. Right wing, Kucherov. 9.5 minutes left here in regulation. And here comes Tampa Bay. Kucherov with the lead and the puck. 41 is a 5. 5 drops to a 6. Possible block. 1, 2, 3 shots for the block. Red dice is a 1. Florida gets a block. Not a very good block. That is going actually right back to the shooter for a screen shot. So Kucherov going to shoot through 26. Kucherov out of the range. 23rd shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky, 31's a 4. Left wing, Verhaeghe. 9 minutes left. Down by 1. Carter Verhaeghe on the attack. 31 is a 1. He skates in. Shot range of 23. 23. He puts it on the goalie. Vasilevsky. 46. He scores! Verhaeghe scores the game-tying goal here. Late in the game here. And we have a 2-2 hockey game. So at 11:07 of the third period, Verhaeghe gets his second goal of the tournament. Terashenko with his third assist and Kulikov with his first, and we are tied up 2-2 with 8 minutes and 53 seconds left in regulation. What a battle here it has been, with the winner going on to play in the championship game. We got the battle of the fours out here in the face-off. We got 11 visiting left defenseman, Kulikov. Florida on the attack, Kulikov. Snake Eyes is a 1. He skates in. Kulikov, shot range of 11. Fires the puck out of the range. 25th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky. 41 is a 6. Holds up for a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. And we're bringing out the number 2 lines, and the number 3 defense pairings will stay out there with 8 minutes left here in regulation. If it goes to overtime, it'll be 5-on-5 hockey till it ends. Be regular playoff rules. As we got a +2 for Barkov. 3 on the +2. Disadvantage right defenseman Colburn trying to bring it out of the defensive end. Here comes Colburn, 53-19. Interception and shot on goal. Left defenseman, if they got a forecheck at 10. Oh, they do. So interception and shot on goal. Left defenseman Kulikov. Fires the puck. Kulikov out of the range. Goalie, Vasilevsky, 55. Saves it to the right defenseman, Colburn. 7.5 minutes left in regulation. Braden Colburn on the attack. 25 is a 5. 5 drops to a 6. Possible block. 1, 2, 3 shots for the block. It is a 3. Florida blocks it. To the right wing. Block shot. Here comes Tkachuk. And Florida, tie game. Matthew Tkachuk. 25's a 1. He skates in and gets a shot. Shot range of 16. Lets it rip. 46. Out of the range. 27th shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky. 45's a 6. He holds it for a face-off down in Tampa Bay's end. And we are down to 7 minutes of regulation hockey left here. +2 for Barkov. In the offensive zone, sub and +2 advantage centerman. Offensive zone win, Barkov. 55, he gets a shot. Shot range of 22. Barkov lets it fly. Out of the range. 10th shot on goal in the period for Florida. Vasilevsky, 23's a 6. Holds it for another face-off down in their end. We're down to 6.5 minutes left of regulation hockey. +2 for Barkov. 6 on the +2. Advantage left wing. Offensive win. Sam Bennett. 21's a 31 on an offensive win. They got a physical of 14. 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. They do not have a... So they're going to get the puck to... They're going to pass it to Barkov. Barkov, 51, is a 3. 3 will drop to a 4. He will get a shot. Shot range of 22. Barkov out of the range. 29th shot on goal for Florida. 33, Vasilevsky gets it to the left defenseman, Ryan McDonough. 6 minutes left in regulation. Here comes Ryan McDonough. 40, 45, taken away. Sam Bennett. Last charge down the ice before we got to get a line change. Bennett, 35. Here's a 2. He skates in. Shot range of 22. 55 is out of the range. 30th shot on goal for Florida. 62 is a 5. Right wing. Tyler Johnson. 5 minutes left. Change on the fly. Dice rolls a 5. Going to be a corner battle. Out comes the number 3s. The number 3s against the number 1s. Second dice roll is a 5, so it'll be the centerman's going in on the corner battle. He's a 10. He takes it away. Cirelli to Coleman. Right wing slot battle. Right wing 3 on the slot battle. Right wing against the left defenseman. Right wing is a 9. Left defenseman is a 7. Coleman going to get a shot. 21. Out of the range. 24th shot on goal for Tampa Bay. Bobrovsky. 23 is a 6. He's going to hold it for a face-off down in Tampa Bay, down at Florida's end. 4.5 minutes left in the regulation here as we got a tie hockey game. Number 3s and the number 1s. How fun is this? The winner going on to play Boston in the finals. Last week's game went down to the very final buzzer too, so you never know here. We have a 3 versus a 3. We got an even face-off. We got an even 5 home left wing. Offensive zone win. Yanni Gordy, offensive zone win. 16 is a 28. Back to Okposo. 4 minutes left. Florida coming the other way. Okposo, 21's a 31. They got a physical of 10. 2, yeah, they do. Taken away by Victor Hedman. And here comes Tampa Bay. Victor Hedman, 21, 31, taken away by the left defenseman, Gustav Forsland. Both teams playing some strong defense here. 3 minutes left. Regulation. Forsman, 61's a 28, goes back to Blake Coleman. And we got to get a change on the fly. It's a 3. Number 1 defensemen are staying out there, but they're going to bring out the number 1 offense there, and they got to get a change on the fly. It's a 5. Going to be a corner battle as we're bringing out the number 1s. That'll be Lundell out there playing as our guy Reinhardt was booted out of the game earlier. Corner battle. Dice rolls a 6. He's at 8 versus the 9. Does not take the puck away. Shattenkirk wins the corner battle. 2.5 minutes left. Regulation. Here comes Kevin Shattenkirk. Tampa Bay, 51's a 5. 5 will drop to a 6. Possible block shot. 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for the block. Red dice. They cannot block the shot. Shattenkirk shoots to 14. Fires the puck. 22. Out of the range. Goalie. Bobrovsky. 14's a 30. He is going to give up a shot to the right. He's going to give up a shot to the centerman, Stamkos. Stamkos with a shot range of 34. Stamkos puts it on. Bobrovsky cannot make the save. Tampa Bay, Stamkos, late in the game here, gives Tampa Bay 3-2 lead. As Bobrovsky cannot cover the save, and Stamkos worked it around, and he buries it. And we're going to a break. So at 17:34 here in the third period, Steven Stamkos for Tampa Bay puts him ahead. That is his first goal of the tournament, and what a big time it was to get his first goal. Hedman gets an assist, his second assist, and Shattenkirk gets his third assist. So we got a face-off, center ice, and we got some things going on. We got Tkachuk coming into play. He's going to come in and play left defenseman here. And Florida gets the puck. They're going to jump out to, they're going to probably pull the goalie, Bobrovsky, out. Bennett's ready to come on the ice when they get control of the puck. So Tampa Bay is going to a forecheck one. And here we go, face off, center ice. Barkov is a 5, Stamkos is a 4, +1, 10 on the +1, disadvantage center. Here comes Stamkos with the puck. Forecheck 1, 66 is a 1 on a forecheck 1. He's going to skate right in, and he is going to get a shot. Shot range of 34. Stamkos is out of the range. Goalie, Bobrovsky, 26, is a 20. They're working around. Tampa Bay still has it. The right defenseman has the puck. That eats up 30 seconds there. Here comes the right defenseman. Forecheck 1, 46. 46 is a 24 on a forecheck 1. Taken away by the left defenseman, Tkachuk. We have 1 minute left. Bennett's jumping into play as they pull their goalie, as they're down by 1. 1 minute left in the game. Tkachuk on the attack. Goalie pulled. 32 is a 4. With the extra skater, he gets a shot. Shot range of 16. It is out of the range. 31st shot on goal for Florida. Vasilevsky, 25 is a 3. Gets it to the centerman. 30 seconds left. Forecheck 1. Stamkos, 25 is a 2. He skates in and gets a shot. At the empty net, Stamkos fires it. He gets the empty netter. At 34 goes up to a 44. The dice rolls a 42. End of the game here. Stamkos gets the empty netter. And Tampa Bay, late in the game, scores 2 goals. And they're to go on in the championship game and play Boston in the finals. So as time expires in regulation here, Stamkos gets the empty netter, his second goal of the tournament, and second goal of the period, and second goal of the game. With the assist by Kucherov, his first assist of the season, and Shattenkirk gets his 4th assist. So the empty netter, Tampa Bay wins the game 4-2. And they will be going on to play Boston in the championship game on next Saturday's Game of the Week. Little recap of what happened here in Tampa Bay. Very good hockey game. First period had 6 penalties. All kinds of penalties going on. I was starting to wonder, using these newer teams, it's supposed to be more penalty-free hockey. And there was 6 power plays in the first period. And the only goal scored was actually a short-handed goal by Luderhausen for Florida. That was the only power play goal scored, and was actually a short-handed. So this game went late in the game. It was 2-2 as points scored, and Florida scored with Lutzkin the short-handed, and Palat scored, and Verhaeghe scored. Then late in the game at 17:34, the third period, Stamkos got his first goal of the tournament. He knocked it in. He gives them the 3-2 lead, Tampa Bay. And then he also gets the empty netter right as time expired. And they win the game 4-2. Final statistics for Tampa Bay. They had 4 goals, 28 shots on goals, 8 scoring opportunities. The goalie over there, he stopped. Who would he have over there? Bobrovsky stopped 3 of them, and 1 was the empty net. So 3 penalties, 6 minutes, 0 for 3 on the power play, no shorthanded goals. Florida, 2 goals, 31 shots on goals, 8 scoring opportunities. And out of those 8 scoring opportunities, Vasilevsky stopped 6 of them. He had a huge day today in the goal, making big save after big save. 3 penalties, 6 minutes, 0 for 3 on power play, and they got the shorthanded goal. So in the end, Florida 31 shots on goal and Tampa Bay 28 shots on goal, but it got down to the battle of the goalies. And then also we had an ejection as Reinhart took a misconduct early in the third period. And maybe that played into it, I'm not sure. So let's look at the overall brackets here. So Tampa Bay beat the Rangers 3-2. Tampa Bay beat Edmonton 4-1. And Tampa Bay beats Florida 4-2. And that puts them in the finals against Boston, who won the dramatic one last week against St. Louis. So that is it here from the Hockey Game of the Week, the Saturday Game of the Week. And we'll be with you again next Saturday in the final of the championship game with Boston against Tampa Bay. Thanks for following along. I'm happy you were here, and enjoy your week. And keep playing Apba. They make the best sports games out there.